Hello, my Leaf fans. I'm now going to take you to a Joe Bone special farewell final comments before he signs off for retirement after last night's game. So I'm going to take you to a live press conference with Joe Bone at the game before he signs off. So just give me a minute. Because as you all know, the very famous Holy Macra, Joe Bone, announced before the beginning of the regular season that this will be his last season broadcasting on the radio network for the Maple Leafs. So here's his final words.
Tired of monitoring tools that slow you down? Switch to CheckMK, the IT monitoring platform built for teams that need fast time to value. With
incredible ovation from the crowd, not only in the crowd, but everybody up here in the press box. As the players now doing the same thing. Looking up here to the booth, sticks in the air. Stephen Lorenz with a little extra hold of the stick pointed up towards my partner in his last home game.
Ralphie, I often said that I didn't know what I was going to say when the Leafs won the Stanley Cup, and I had hoped that it was on my thing, had I planned anything. When I thought about this, what I wanted to say now, I said I had to put it down in writing. So if you will bear with me, I'm going to try and get through this. I've kind of divided it into two parts. Tuesday night in Ottawa, I want to recognize the individuals who have played such a large part in my career. But tonight, in this, my last home game broadcast of the Toronto Maple Leafs, I want to focus solely on the fans who have packed first Maple Leaf Gardens when I started in '82, and then the Air Canada Centre and now Scotiabank Arena. There is no question that this fan base is the most unique in hockey and in all of sports. Regardless of where you play, Leaf fans make their presence felt in overwhelming numbers. I first experienced it in my first trips out west, where Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver were flooded with familiar blue and white sweaters. No matter how the team stood in the standings, that support, both at home and away, was unwavering. That has stood the test of time over my 44 seasons. While crowds in Toronto were viewed as corporate and non-responsive in the lower bowl during the regular season, the upper bowl and the old grays of the Gardens were more boisterous and wondrous to see the entire sections behind the rival nets explode in seas of blue and white after an important goal like Thomas Coberlay's one night in Buffalo was scored. Or listen to the Ottawa Senators pleading with their fans not to sell their tickets to Leaf fans in the Battle of Ontario playoff series. That did not curtail a delightful number of Leaf Nation to pass through the turnstiles. This kind of enormous support also produces a byproduct of intense media coverage. Coverage has now expanded to just about everyone who cares to start a podcast or become the internet clickbait champion on all social media platforms. And as in anything else in this time in history, it is so much easier to criticize to gain the attention they seek than to be fair on many occasions, making the Leaf market one of the most difficult to perform in because of this abundance of coverage and opinions. But through it all, Leaf fans remain loyal. I have always told my sons, Liam, Derek, Sean, and David, they are here in the booth with me tonight. And they needed to pick a team and then stay with them through the thick and thin. I've done my share of brainwashing when it comes to this. Leafs, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Toronto Argonauts, Green Bay Packers. Disappointment will always outweigh exhilaration. It's the nature of sports. But the Leafs are like a much-loved family member who often will do something terribly disappointing, requiring discipline and often some tough love. But in the end, that love of family never leaves, and the family becomes tighter because of the experience. The Toronto Maple Leafs will once again hoist Lord Stanley's chalice. And yes, I'm disappointed it didn't happen on my watch. I often remind folks The Boston Red Sox went 84 years between World Series. Chicago Cubs, 104 years. But when the Leafs are on the cusp of victory, I know the Leaf fans will gather with loved ones. Some will bring an urn down close to the TV, or maybe some will bring the radio to a graveyard to be with parents or grandparents so that everyone can enjoy this very special moment. I sincerely hope that I'm here to enjoy that magical moment with all of you. To all of the Leaf fans that have stopped me to share a moment and offer congratulations, I cannot thank you enough. You are without question the most unique, loyal, supportive fan base in all of sports. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your drive or bringing us into your living room, rec room, or man cave. I will forever be in your debt. I will never, ever forget your kindness and constant support over 44 years. I don't know if I got through that, but I did.
I'm not going to add anything to that.
Thank
You
you,
enjoy
Tom.
your family.
Yep. I'll see
Great
you.
recognition. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see you Wednesday. I'll see you Friday. I'm lucky. You can say goodbye to the fans and everything else. We ain't saying goodbye.
Oh, sure. We sure aren't. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
Final score, 6-5 Dallas. You've been listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
I hope you enjoyed that. This is Jonnywatts reporting for Jonnywatts Sports Desk. I will see you next time with the team post game. Bye for now.